Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again here on Asphalt Racing Network on a beautiful Wednesday night here for the Right Time ARCA Series. Qualifying is underway right now here at the beautiful Pocono Raceway, where we will be hosting the Pocono 250 here tonight. I am back once again in the booth. My name is Tyler Jones, and I am here by and not 100%, but has definitely made the effort to show up tonight. That would be Josh Franks. Josh, I heard you were sick, and it's kind of taking the best of you, but we, especially me, appreciate you being here to help with the play-by-plays for the whole race. I hope you're kind of feeling a little bit better than what you did this morning.
Well, partner, I'm telling you this right here. Look, it has been a grind all day to try to get ready for tonight. Still not 100% like you said, but very happy to see the cars on track, very happy to be up here in the booth, and very happy to call more some of the right time ARCA series action.
Indeed, with him being sick, there will not be some there'll probably be a little bit more soundboarding tonight than normal, but we
Alright
will
guys,
make
appreciate those
sure
voice
we have
for
the
showing up.
action. I
Gonna be a
have
fun
their
race.
audio on, and
Remember,
I
we
need
should
to
be
turn that off. So if you give us a brief second, we shall be right back because I forgot something. Oh, I. Uh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go here for the rest of the night. A little quick word from our sponsors there at iRacing. iRacing Arcade will be coming out here in the near future, so be sure to check that out on Steam and all consoles. Starting out your grid here today, it is going to be in first place Donnie Honeycutt, next to Tyler Honeycutt. Ghost Motorsports once again starting a race 1-2. In third place and fourth place is going to be David Callahan Racing own Owen Lax in the 52 and Caleb Hess in the 87. In fifth and sixth place we have Robert Monday, followed by David Callahan himself in the two car. Seventh and eighth place is going to be Brad Miner and Matthew Warall. Hopefully, the 79 has a number on his car this week, be a little bit easier to see on the field. Three car, Mark Morton in ninth place, alongside of Omar Rodriguez Jr. In 10th place, we have Aaron Wright himself, next to Joshua Thornton in 12th. 13th and 14th is Gage Burns and Jeffrey Bourne, the man with the neon green gloves. Behind him in 15th and 16th, Matt Benke and Andrew Floyd. 17th and 18th are Logan Murray and Cooper Liardi. 19th and 20th are DJ Norris and Gary Miller. 21st and 22nd is Kevin Nolf and Thaddeus Friel Jr. 23rd and 24th, Chad Strollo, Brandon McKee, 25th and 26th, James Mandard and Caden Watts. Brianna Laurent in 27th, John Marino in 28th, Wayne Isbell in 29th, Colin Carpenter in 30th. Then you have, 31st place. In 31st is Brock Piper. 32nd will be Mickey Stewart. And in 34th place is Gary Wright himself here as we are pacing around the track right before we go green here. The first laps of the Pocono 250 here after an exciting week of racing we had last week. Just waiting patiently for that pace car, as everybody else is on the track right now, waiting for that pace car to get off that track to start this green race here tonight. 2.5 mile track here today. We will see a lot of bumping and banging, most likely, as it is a super speedway on these straights. It is not going to get any easier for these drivers to pass on these straightaways. We have 100 laps here tonight to do, with these cars having only 60% fuel in those tanks at all times. These drivers will have 5 sets of tires within their pit lane, so they're going to have to be very mindful and very demure for how much they're going to wear those tires out tonight. They are allowed one fast repair, so that is definitely something that they're going to have to keep in mind. Just like every other week, you don't want to use that fast repair pretty quickly, as you might get that damage. But looking over the last 3 weeks, a lot of these drivers, as it is a fresh new series, a lot of these drivers have officially learned how and when to race each other. So tonight they are going to take advantage of that lesson learned. It is going to be interesting at that very stretch to start here at the Tricky Triangle as the pace car goes off for the first time here tonight. Tyler Honeycutt inside on the 88, Donnie Honeycutt in that 22 as the green flag is waved here for the Pocono 250. Beautiful logos as you see on the tower on the left-hand side of your screen and the right-hand side of your screen. Those are made by David Callahan himself. If you need any graphics done, that is your man to call on there. Right now, in that first straightaway corner, Tyler Honeycutt has that lead. Father Donnie Honeycutt behind, and right behind him in third place is David Callahan himself. Robert Monday finds himself in fourth place right now, gaining a position. And in fifth place is Brad Miner, who is up 2 positions as of right now. 79 of Matthew Warall, still numberless, Mr. No Number, on the track right behind them, fighting for that 5th position. As you see, Mark Morton right behind him in 7th. Little bit in that grass there on that apex of his turn, not where he wanted to be. He has to clean that up just a little bit. Do not want to wear those tires down too early here tonight. Go through the rest of your field real quick while there's not much developing so far. That 78 car sitting in 9th place, zooming past your screen right now, is Aaron Wright. You see him there in that beautiful purple scheme. Pink and purple, kind of little bit of purple on the number, purple on the wheels. In 10th place, finishing out your top 10 in that 25 car right behind Mr. Wright is Josh Thornton. Matt Banky in 11th, still right now gained 4 positions on the night so far in that 35 Chevy Machine. 12th place, we now have Logan Murray. And you see these cars are staggered. Some are single file. They do not know where they want to be yet, where these tires are, as now we are on lap 3, this time by lap 4 of the race. These tires should be starting to get warm now under the beautiful Pocono sun. Going back to your lead driver right now, Tyler Honeycutt does not have much of a margin as that tower comes up on your screen now. Not much of a margin he has there. Only a 4/10 of a second on David Callahan, who is now sitting in P2 there, has already surpassed Donnie Honeycutt himself. That is the fight we need to be paying attention to right now, as they are a little bit side by side, now staggered, going into this first tricky triangle corner here, or second, excuse me. Donnie Honeycutt edges above in front of Callahan, who stayed low that time. Donnie got the edge on that high line. Seems like high line will be the maneuver, possibly to take advantage throughout the remainder of this race. It is going to be too early to call. Something we're going to have to pay attention to the entire race here, which is the dominant line here for the Right Time ARCA Series, as we are just underway. If you are tuning in right now, lap 4 completed, this time by starting a lap 5 for these drivers. 57 touches that apron right there. They are allowed to have their tires under that apron. It is only a single file line, so you might see some of that tonight going into these corners, that little bit of extra move that those drivers can get. Seems to be these front pack top 10 have their lines down, but in that back pack, as you saw, there was a little bit of wiggling. We are following that 10 Wrangler car right now. See what this backpack is looking like slightly. See if we can get that cockpit cam and ride in car with him to see what the front of the field looks like. And they're pretty spaced out right now in that backpack. Once again, he is in 18th position. Seems like they have comfortable lines there. That's that dive you're going to see. Goes under that apron just a little bit, but not too much. Those tires wear off. Those drivers are going to have to be wary of still using that grass line. It's going to be kind of hesitant to want to keep using, because that can break somebody loose. Mid-pack is broke up. There's about 4 packs of this race right now. We are watching the 10 car go 3 wide to lead that first pack, as the first caution is out, and it seems like possibly Logan Murray spun around on the track to have that caution pulled out. At that point in time, Owen Lax was in pits, so he should not get trapped a lap down. He should be able to get his lap back and regain on pit road. So let's go ahead and back up there and pay attention to this 04 car of Logan Murray. '04 car in the back right there, watching along patiently on the outside of the 25 there. That is the 25 of Joshua Thornton. Makes that pass side by side right there, and probably, yep, a little bit of contact on that right rear, and that spun him around. Thankfully, he did not hit the inside wall, and same with Josh. Josh was able to keep it green. Good on to both of those drivers for not having a possible major wreck to start off the race here, with only about 5 laps completed at the point and time of that caution coming out here. These are going to be a lot of long pace laps for these drivers. They're going to want to minimize this pacing as much as possible, due to the fact that they are almost about 3-minute pace laps, depending on if they open up pits earlier, if everybody's able to reconvene on the track, or if it's, a very spread out field. Then you're going to have to go around to let everybody catch up. Then once everybody's caught up, then you can allow pits to be open. Once pits are open, you still have that person to get their lap back, which is then still allowed to pit. So there's going to be, I would say, roughly 3.5, 4 minutes and 17 seconds worth of qualifying times here. I've seen it multiple other calls in a booth here at Poconos. These pace laps are a little bit long here, so these drivers are going to have to consistently keep themselves prepared mentally, due to the fact that they can and will kind of be drained a little bit by having to deal with those pace laps. Right now on your screen, a lot of people are in this time by. We'll get the read off here for everybody in pit road. We have David Callahan in the 2 car, Mark Morton in the 3 car, Omar Rodriguez Jr., Matt Benke, Josh Thornton, Caleb Hess, Cooper Liardi, Gary Miller, the new guy in the 10, James Mannard. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. We'll have to get up with you after tonight. Gary Wright in pits this time. Logan Murray, of course, himself in pits getting those fresh tires. Caden Watts, Gage Burns, Brianna Lauren herself in hopefully still that American Airlines. Brock Piper, Owen Lax was in pits at the time of the caution. So we will see if he is able to get his laps back that time. So zoom in on Brianna, see what car. Yep, and she's still in that beautiful American Airlines Silver Bullet. Hopefully that Silver Bullet stays grounded again. Not much trouble last week. Was in a few wrecks. Oh, that's the commentator's curse right there. That is a commentator's curse right there. I am so sorry, Brianna. This is when I need an expert with a soundboard, because, that wasn't good.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anyway, right now, on the night, Tyler Honeycutt in first place in that 88 car. Father Donnie Honeycutt right behind him. Ghost Motorsports, unfortunately, had that streak broken last week. We're going for the 3-peat to go into Pocono to try to go for the 4. But, unfortunately, they were only able to pull off a Drake move, and they were only able to go back to back. So right now, they are trying to gain that momentum back from David Callahan Racing and that 3 car of Morton specifically. Nothing really to worry about for either of those drivers. The 22 has had very consistent finishing positions. Last week was the first time he finished outside of a top 3 the entirety of the season so far. As now, we are officially on race 4 here tonight for Right Time ARCA Series. Long pace laps. A lot of these drivers most likely took fuel. Let's see if we can pop up a card on the screen and see their pit times and laps. Obviously, if they did not pit, it will not show. So David Callahan, he went in for a 7-second stop. Caleb Hess as well most likely went in for a 6-second stop. So a lot of these drivers are on just a tap off of gas to make it around, hopefully to a good green flag pit cycle. Something we are going to be paying attention for if we get there and when we get there as well. Pace car around. Drivers hoping to be off this time by as you see them start to slowly stack up. Field gathers up just a little bit more. 33 drivers on this track here tonight as the pace car turns off. Tyler Honeycutt takes us to the restart zone for the green flag once again here tonight. Tyler Honeycutt really good in the restart zone, knows how to control that lane and that restart, gets the jump he needs almost every single time and puts on a show, no matter if it is good or if it is bad. We have not seen any bad yet, but either way we know that man is going to put that show on for the fans at home. Catch fence cam right there, catching them zooming by with Tyler Honeycutt. The 88 still in first place. Father Donnie right behind him, giving a little bit of room to him, letting him breathe a little bit out there, but that is also holding Bradley Minor off just by a hair. 3 Toyotas right now sit in the top 5. The only 3 Toyotas on the field up until position number 24. That is Cooper Liardi in that Sony car on that top line right there on the outside of James Mannard. Little bit of movement back there as you just saw. Speaking of the 25 car, went low there just a little bit. They are 3 wide in front of him. 25th position, almost 4 wide there that time. Getting a little bit dicey in that backpack. Not something you want to see here. Right now they are 10 seconds off the leader. Little run up in that corner, almost caused a wreck. That 87 of Caleb Hess almost hit his own teammate, that 26 of Owen Lax, who is unfortunately still that lap down this time by. So he's preying on the next caution to get him back. As you see, they are 3 wide in front there, at the position of 22, held by Cooper Liardi. Three wide once again, a little bit of damage right there. Touched by the 10, sent him up. Able to maintain it. 25 on the bumper of 10 there. Bump drafting like it's racing time here, which it is. Back of the pack needs to do as much as they can to catch up to that front. That front pack is pulling away. There is a 7-second gap right now from that 25th position 07 car all the way up to your leader of Tyler Honeycutt. And you see Tyler here right now, very smooth on the track. Top 7, top 8 drivers, all single file line. They know it is still very early in this race. No reason to have to start fighting them right now. This is not the time for that fight in the front of the pack. It is time for comfortability and a little bit of a tire management, tire wear game. Figure out how bad it's going to be or how good it's going to be for you in the long runs. We haven't had many laps yet for them to kind of gauge that. We did just have a first caution of the night around lap 6 to 7. So these guys are still having to get that long run strategy out. We are almost a quarter way through the race here at lap 25. That will hit the quarter way, but they have hit 14 this time by. Tyler Honeycutt still in first place as we go through your top 10. Second place is Donnie Honeycutt for Ghost Motorsports as well. Third place is Brad Miner. Started in 7th tonight. Good positioning for him right now. Still has not yet to hit pit road. 57 of Robert Monday running that Lowe's paint scheme. Started 5th, is in 4th right now. Name in the top 5 right now who has made hellacious moves to get to where he is. That is the 8 car of Thaddeus Friel Jr. That man had started in 22nd position and is in a really good spot right now early on into this race. In 6th place, the 78 of Aaron Wright. Started 11th and is in 6th at this point in time. Mr. No Number himself, Matthew Warall, started in 8th. Currently in 7th place. In 8th place, Mark Morton only gaining 1 spot there. 9th place, we have Brandon McKee gaining 15 positions from his starting position in 24th, leading that third pack back there in the end half of your screen. Wayne Isbell in 10th place, 19 gains on the night so far for him in 10th. DJ Norris and Kevin Nall fighting for that spot behind, as David Callahan is also in that mix, trying to get back up, pitted at lap 7, just a fuel run. He is in a mix of drivers that have also taken that fuel run as well, but you can see the confidence and the dominance from him in this pack right there. Went to that low line, had no wiggle about, and was able to surpass. Just unfortunately didn't have enough momentum on that low line to make it count. Apex is really from high to low here. If you are managed and comfortable with your tire setup and your wear, you can run that low line to mid-apex, as you're seeing Callahan do on your screen now. But it is not going to gain time. He is going to go up to that high line and leave what looks to be DJ Norris out there in the dust. But Norris is going to be able to pick up a few positions there above Callahan. Shoots Jeffrey out the way. No, I'm sorry, it's Kevin Nolf. Kevin Nolf did shoot out the way there just a little bit. Getting a little dicey right there. Almost hit Banky up high. Able to keep it off of him this time. 16 laps officially completed as we touch lap 17. These drivers not too far behind one another right now here in the back. Going back up to your leader. Tyler Honeycutt still in the lead right now. He has ran 17 laps so far. Entire race under green and under checkered has been dominated by that Ghost Motorsports 88 car right now. Will we see a resurgence here tonight? That 88 back in victory lane. We will have to pay attention to that and discover it more as the night goes on. Right now, Robert Monday into pits. First one in pits for a green flag cycle. Wayne Isbell, Brandon McKee are going to follow him in as well. Pit cycles are starting to happen here as John Marino, Chad Striolo also go into pits as well with him this time. Wayne Isbell being the first one to touch their pit box. Let's see the strategy here from Isbell. Already been in pits for about 23 seconds. As you see the cars jacking up there, they are going for a full tire stop. Good move, but will it be too early for them on the night? And while Tyler Honeycutt is in the lead, let's go ahead and take just a quick word from our local sponsors and affiliates. And we are back live after a little commercial break there. Caution did happen during the commercial break. Let's back it up. I think it was that 21 car of Caden Watts you saw. We were seeing him in pits, see what happened. It looks like he was in that wreck there that time. Following that 21 on your screen right now in that low line. Solo spin right there. Seems like his engine blew up on him there. Not too good as he is now currently sitting in 33rd position, out for the night, I believe. So going back up to the front of your pack now. Still under caution here tonight. Robert Monday in the lead. First time he has led here tonight. First lead change here of the night as Tyler Honeycutt was dominating the front half of this race here. Top 5 now are the 6 car of Wayne Isbell, the 3 car of Brandon McGee, Omar Rodriguez Jr. in 4th, and Tyler Honeycutt himself in 5th place. As all the drivers are in their double file restart position, pace car has the lights off, signifying we will be back green this time by. If you are just tuning in now, thank you for joining us here for Right Time ARCA Series. On behalf of Right Time, we would say, do not go anywhere. We are only starting the action as we hit lap 25. We will only be a quarter of the way through this race here, and there is still a lot of action to go. This is the tricky triangle. So far has been tricky for some of these drivers. We've seen overheating problems. We've seen a little bit of bumping on right quarter panels. Caused one wreck earlier tonight. 3 wides in the backfield, at least in 19th to 20th position for that position. It is very tricky tonight. These drivers have started to slowly get accustomed to each other, and tonight should be the night that they are 100% by the end of this race when that checker flag is flown for that winner to celebrate. Robert Monday, that Lowe's car on your screen in the low line behind the pace car, will be your control car this time by in the restart zone, as the pace car should be turning off the track now. Robert Monday leads us back into the restart zone for the 3rd restart here of the night. Fantastic jump on him, but that 6 car is not going to let him get away. Slowly hawking him down as you see everybody starting to file in where they need to be. Some choosing to go down low there. You saw on your screen within the top 7. I believe that might have been Brad Miner diving in there. 57 in control right now. Good lead. Tyler Honeycutt making some moves there. You just saw it on his screen. Dive to that out inside. Past 2 cars. And there's another wreck. 2 car. David Callahan wrecking in the backfield. More wrecks to be involved. 48. Lot of mayhem on the track right now as the 48 collects the 15. And there is a car upside down. That is Matthew Worrell. 48 not happy about that as you see him burning tires. That is Jeffrey Bourne himself. Has been collected in a lot of wrecks here tonight in that Exalta car, trying to avoid another one. Unfortunately got in the midst of that and was able to walk away, but not as good as he wanted to. So let's go back to that wreck. Looks like Logan Murray was the initial cause of that caution here. See him get loose off that back end of the 45. It's the 2 car was the initial start. 2 car went down low, was able to maintain it, but that 48 came back up just a little bit, caused a little bit of a stack up. Or the 76, excuse me. 76 into the wall. 48 went around here the first time, able to maintain as minimal damage as possible, but was just not enough, unfortunately. Didn't lock up those brakes until a little bit late, so he came back up on the track. That 15 went nose on, then got caught by the 42 in the front. And in the back there, you see Matthew Worrell on his driver's side door. Let's see if we can get his perspective following Jeffrey's perspective this time by. '87 really didn't have anywhere to go on that, unfortunately. Now Gary Miller. And 15 car Cinnamon Toast Crunch scheme. Nicky Stewart involved as well, that 42 car on your screen right there. Little bit of blinking. Had some contact, and then got hit right there, net code from the 48. 4-car Chad, as we've stated earlier, was also in that wreck in that NAS scheme. Brianna Lauren. So we're just going through the field here. There's a lot of caution. Pace laps they will have to do. Good on the 6 to lock up brakes. Probably got cited for being in the crash just for hitting the debris on the track. No visible damage to her car. Did not take flight again. Other than, can't say the same for that no Mr. No Number. 79, Matthew Warhol got hit right here. And just got catapulted off the side. Let's rewind that. Rewind that view as we go into his cockpit to see this wreck unfold in front of him. On cam with the 79 right now. Blinking light on there signifies caution is out. Driver's trying to figure out a lane around it. Blinking on his screen and just sideswipes that car on his door saying, "Hello, Cinnamon Toast Crunch." A lot of drivers in that wreck. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drivers collected in that wreck. Matthew Warhol did jump to pits. Got towed into pits for being on his side. Fortunately, the car did not re-rest on its wheels. So Robert Monday in that 57 car will be and still is your leader. This time by Wayne Isbell starting back out on the outside. Brandon McKee behind in third. Omar Rodriguez Jr. still sitting in fourth with Tyler Honeycutt now behind trying to get those lead laps back. He led 17 laps in this race before he had got put back to about 7th position. Now sitting in the top 5 once again, not too far behind, is his father, Donnie Honeycutt, in that 7th position. Rest of your top 10. Brad Miner in 6th, Mark Morton in 7th. Donnie is now switching between 7th and 8th as they're tracking each other. Gary Wright in 9th, and Caleb Hess rounding out your top 10. Lights on the pace car are off. And Colin Carpenter looks to be out for the night. So is Caden Watts. 2 cars retired due to damage already here. Both drivers in the infield care center getting looked at, making sure that there is no bodily damage to them after those wrecks. The pace car lights are back on, so they will be extending the green. Gary Miller still in pits this time. Aaron Wright is also still in pits alongside his partner, Jeffrey Bourne. Logan Murray in pits as well. And Brock Piper now in pits as well. Monday wanting to do as much as possible to get back that lead he had over everybody to start off this race. We'll have to do it in a good fashion here. Like they say, this is the tricky triangle. Pace car lights officially off this time. Will we see if Monday has enough to take it all the way on a Wednesday? Gosh, Expert, I need you with the soundboards. I miss them. I gotta do it myself here. As the pace car is off this time by Monday on a Wednesday in the lead. Green flag this time. 88 jumped it just a little bit. Stack up there between him and Mark Morton. Still green. No one wrecked that time. 57, excuse me, all alone as I spoke too soon. That is Tyler Honeycutt in the wall and a lot of friends following. Honeycutt is crab walking right now on the screen. Might not be good. Has that fast repair. Banky wrecks the 11 after the caution was called as well. Let's go back and see what happened there. Seems like I'm seeing the 2 car of Callahan possibly after that stack up. Yeah, so at that point in time, it had already happened. Let's go back just a little bit. Get to that 88 car. See exactly what happened. So the 31 came down on him there. Not a good sight to see, folks. That is the 31 of Brandon McGee. I'd like to go back to that restart if we can. Not seeing the green flag being called, so we're going to zoom just a little bit before that green flag, hopefully. That is at the time of the wreck. Here's the green flag for you. Go to the ARN blimp cam mid-pack of the field there. Just to watch it kind of all unfold. Started with that high stack up in the mid-pack of the field there. That stack up in the front of the pack. Starting with that 31. Did not help anybody else around him. 88 into the back of him. Morton just barely saved it. Dived low there. And it was kind of all she wrote already. See that 31 go up on the screen. That is Brandon McGee. Door taps the 88. 87 slams right into him. 31 down the track. Head on with the 71. Head on is the 26 to the door of the 71. 11 makes contact with the rear of the 88. 25 made contact with the 88. The 8 car, all the way on the infield, made contact with the 31 and the 71 there. Not a good situation to be in for a lot of these drivers. And then you see the 11 car just drive back up and aggressively try to take out Matt Benke right there. Not a good thing you want to be doing. That could get you DQ'd from a race. And then did it again. Spun him again, purposely. That is Andrew Floyd. And here we are, fourth caution of the night here. A lot of people had lost time. All of it will be deciphered and discovered within the penalty meeting some point in time this week, as the track staff normally does once a week. Very thorough here, and I do respect that. They do not take no for an answer. They will review every single incident, every single clip, and then also let those drivers appeal it. So if those drivers feel some type of way, they are able to appeal it with evidence. But definitely a few penalties going to be handed out there starting next week's race, as we already had a few EOLs get sent out here tonight. Isbell on the inside line. Monday off that passenger side door of the 6. Omar and Miner sitting behind Honeycutt and Morton. Honeycutt rounding out your top 5. Pace car off. Isbell, take us back to the green flag here at the Pocono 250 for the Right Time ARCA Series. Lap 32 has been started. 31 completed as of now. Quarter way through this race, 23 laps away from the halfway point of this race. 5 sets of tires is all these guys have, as there is the 5th caution of the night in the back of the pack again. John Marino around this time. Take a look here on the restart. Marino, 223 car high in the U.S. Army scheme. 26 of Owen came up, gored him twice, and sent him around. Unfortunately, Brianna Laurent was also involved in that wreck as well. Minimal damage to both cars as you see them drive away. Still gonna have some damage to take off aerodynamic wise. No, these drivers are hating it. Cannot get a single lap in. Might go to single file restarts here soon if we cannot get this double line down pat correctly. Wayne Isbell, leader at the time of the caution. Brad Miner behind him in second. Robert Monday moving down to third. Not much moves within your top 5. And since we have another long caution stage here, we are going to go ahead and take it to another commercial break. Here at the Pocono 250, we'll go side by side so you won't miss any of the pacing action. We will be back momentarily.
Summer is here and you've got places to go.
She's headed to a golf tournament.
This one's headed to the beach.
And he's headed to a music festival.
And they know every good road trip starts right here.
At Hendrick Automotive Group.
We'll check your battery, tire pressure, top off your fluids,
Check your cooling system.
And do a multi-point inspection.
extending the life of your vehicle.
And keeping you safe
Anywhere you want to go.
For free.
Just make sure you're road ready. All good road trips start here.
Book your road ready appointment today at hendrickcars.com.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Hendrick.
Summer is here and you've got places to go.
She's headed to a golf tournament.
This one's headed to the beach.
And he's headed to a music festival.
And they know every good road trip starts right here.
At Hendrick Automotive Group.
We'll check your battery, tire pressure, top off your fluids,
Check your cooling system.
And do a multi-point inspection.
extending the life of your vehicle.
And keeping you safe.
Anywhere you want to go.
For free.
Just make sure you're road ready. All good road trips start here.
Book your road ready appointment today at hendrickcars.com.
Last year, Ram killed the Hemi V8, and people had opinions. The same people that killed the Hemi sent me out here with these comments. That's not happening. We own it, we got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back.
Did he say what I think he said? That thing's got a Hemi!
Hell yeah, it does. You want more? Buckle up. Ram's coming back to NASCAR. Let's go. We're back in America's motorsport. The Hemi's back, and we ain't going anywhere.
We are back here live at the Pocono 250 as they are about to go back green once again here tonight. Yes, Lucky Dogs are active for the session, but I do not believe they are given back position if they are in the wreck. Pace car is off here as Wayne Isbell is taking us back to green once again here tonight. Mark Morton sitting in second place, Brad Miner in third, David Callahan in fourth, and Donnie Honeycutt in fifth place now. The 04 of Murray is out. 15 of Carpenter is out for the night. 21 of Watts is also out, with the 42 of Stewart as well being out for the remainder of this race. Here it has been hectic so far. Not what most of these drivers were expecting going to Pocono. They do call it the tricky triangle, but it is not the trick that they wanted for their treats. As you see, there's a little bit of movement right there. Donnie Honeycutt, Brad Miner, side by side right now, going for this lead. 22 trying to take over for what his son in the 88 is not able to do right now, between all that damage he had sustained on his car, having to go in pit road, most likely not wanting to use that fast repair, had no choice, and is now in 23rd position. A little bit of smoke in the back end, but no wrecks this time by 46, not giving way to that 22, Wayne Isbell now out of the lead. Brad Miner in the lead. Donnie in second place. 3 wide in the back for third. Mark Morton able to use that speed in the draft of the 22 to get around that 3 wide situation there. Not good. You want to be in a little bit of a bump from that 6 car. Almost broke him loose there. A lot of cars trying to do moves that aren't the smartest right now. Gary Wright on that outside line there just lost a lot of time for trying to do a over-under. Mr. Pickles, I was told by our race analysis, race logistics, there was one fast repair, 5 sets of tires and 60 fuel. That was sent today at 10 p.m. in my chats. Whether that was changed or not, I do not have notification on that. Either way, Donnie Honeycutt now leading a few laps here tonight. 46 of Brad Miner giving hell behind that car, trying to get that lead back. But the 22 will not let that happen as much as he possibly can. Has not led many laps these last few weeks here and is now trying to do as much in his power to run away from the rest of that pack with the 46 attached. 2 Toyotas in the front end right now. Do not see another Toyota until position number 8. That is Joshua Thornton back there in that 25 car. And another wreck is out with Mark Morton being involved and the 6 of Isbell as well. 6th caution of the night here. My, oh my. It does not seem to be getting better for any of these drivers on this track right now. Let's back it up there and see what happened with Morton to cause him to spin out like that. You see Morton right there, 6 car of Isbell behind him. Isbell dives low there. Morton got spun on that left rear quarter panel stack up. 27, 25 made contact, all with the 3. Let's back that up just a little bit more and go to the in-car cam of Morton at the time of this wreck. Seems like he might have came down just a little bit more than what he was expecting that driver to be there. Matter of fact, let's go. That is the wrong car. Let's go to the 6 car. Yeah, you cannot even see Morton on your screen there. No, I definitely appreciate it, Mr. Pickles. Thank you very much. Should be the corner here. Isbell sliding up in those corners, not the best. Now, Donnie Honeycutt in the lead. Holding strong there. Trying to hold on to it as long as he possibly can. Thaddeus Friel Jr., Wayne Isbell in pits this time, alongside of Caleb Hess, Kevin Alf. Mickey Stewart jumped to pits as well. And now, a lot of the field going in. Leader, Donnie Honeycutt, Brad Miner, David Callahan, Omar Jr., Josh Thornton, Matt Benke, DJ Norris, and so on. Owen Lax, Cooper Liardi, Gage Burns in pits as well, John Marino in pits as well, Brianna Laurent. A lot of drivers are in pits. 51 cycles to the lead. That is the driver in that Ford, Brock Piper. Brock Piper gaining a lot of positions here tonight. He is currently sitting in first place. Started all the way back in 32nd. Big mover tonight. So far. Still early in this race. We have not hit the halfway point yet. They have done 40 laps at this point in time under green and caution. Starting 41 this time by at the line for Choose Cone. And it is still yet undetermined how this long run strategy feels. These drivers can really only get in like 20, 30 laps maybe, if that, before a caution happens. And it is causing a lot of mayhem on the track and off the track in specific drivers' channels. Most likely would have a beautiful radioactive segment for you here, but would probably be a little bit too radioactive, so we are not going to do that. And I know a lot of people say, do it for the fans. It's a little trickier than that now. It gets a little too damaging sometimes. Some things are best left unsaid. Brock Piper taking that low line. Monday on a Wednesday. Back in that high line. Doing what he can. Regain control of this race. He's touched a lead. Not for long. As Donnie Honeycutt and company was giving hell behind. Then the caution came out again. But he is back in prime position now to try and get that positioning back from himself. Should be the last time around the track here tonight for this 6th caution of the night. Pace lights are off, and these drivers are praying right now get at least past 10 laps without another caution. It's very possible. With a lot of different strategies here, it's improbable at this point in time, based off of what these drivers are seeing. This is probably how they're thinking. It is very, very possible to go the rest of this race without a caution. They just have to give way to a lot of the other drivers around them and understand when and where to push. That has been the problem here, which has caused a lot of these cautions tonight. Pace car off. 51 starting back in the restart zone for a green flag. Good run there on the out on the low line. Beats out Monday on that high line by a car length and then some. Already making moves in the back is Donnie Honeycutt, I do believe. No, excuse me. That is the 46 car of Brad Miner. Outside of him is Benke right now. A lot of staggered racing. 25 making some moves up here to the front. Little slide job on Piper. Nose to nose right now for the lead. Thornton going to be able to get it over him. Piper trying to come take it back. And another caution is out. This time a huge wreck in the backfield. Starting with that 3 car of Morton. '06 lost it. Sent, I believe, the 76 and the 23 into the wall. 26 just barrels through the 23. 3 went low into the inside wall. 78 came back down. Collected the 3. Mark Morton, John Marino, Aaron Wright, Gage Burns, Brianna Lauren, Chad Sturlow, Mickey Stewart, Aaron Wright, all crashed. And these drivers are possibly fuming at this point in time. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's Gage in that 26. I thought that was his buddy Owen. Owen's running a different scheme tonight. That is correct. Owen is in the Carvana car, 52. So Thornton to the lead right now. Seems like the 06 was pushed going into 2, yes. Flip count on the back. The famous commentary marks also on the back. Almost had another flip count for her there tonight. Almost got pushed there. Was able to make it clean. 78 just came up with not enough room. And unfortunately, she almost died once again. Thank you for the follow there. Quick death. Appreciate it. Very unfortunate night for a lot of these drivers. It's very tough. It's unfortunately something that they are going to have to power through here because it does not seem like it's going to be able to go away. Me personally, if I was race control right now, I would be enacting a single file restart. It's getting really tough here. But we do appreciate all of you guys tuning in here. Not much green flag racing as we all expected it to be here tonight at the Tricky Triangle. But still giving action and entertainment are the drivers. Pace car lights are still on right now, as choose cone is happening this time by. Josh Thornton, 26, chooses low in lane 1. Monday still in lane 1 on the outside. Lane 2, Omar Rodriguez Jr. and Donnie Honeycutt. Lane 3, Brad Miner and Matt Benke. Drivers praying they can keep it green here for an elongated period of time, or at least longer than what they've had dealt for them here tonight. A lot of cars at this point in time have most likely used fast repairs. Pace car lights are off. Drivers in positions. 25 takes us back to the restart. Green flag here. Once again, good jump from that 25 machine of Thornton. Choosing to go to the high line. Very wise here, so he'll be able to get that momentum to get that run in where he needs to be. 57 of Monday, not giving leeway, making his way back up here. 3 laps away from the halfway point of the night. 25 trying to find that groove. 57 catching back up within that rhythm. Wondering where he's going to go. Is he going to stay behind, use this draft? Is he going to go outside, get some clean air, and try to make that pass with the cars behind him? Unable to tell right now what he really wants to do. Gained some time, then lost a lot right there. At least 4 or 5.5 car lengths back is that 57 to Thornton, as Thornton seems to have lap traffic in front of him. Not going to help him here. 57 needs to catch up that room. 22, Donnie Honeycutt going side by side, trying to fight for second place right now. Little bit of contact in that back end as they're now catching back up to that leader. In spitting distance now of that leader. 57 on the outside. 22 trying to hold that 57 to a high line. Will not be able to do it. Falls in behind in that 57 of Monday. Honeycutt on the way back up to first place, trying to get those laps back. 35 of Benke in the top 4 right now, holding that low line, wanting to dive in there. Made a smart move and held back. Could have caused some problems there if he didn't execute correctly. Doing what we can do. These drivers are doing what they can do on this track to minimize as much as possible right now. They're just trying to leave distance. You're seeing a lot of distance being left with this top pack, but not much as you should expect after 7 cautions so far. Donnie Honeycutt wants that pass on Thornton right now, just cannot make it happen. Has to deliver something Thornton is not expecting, but will possibly wait for those tires to start falling off. Top 5 right now as 22 makes a move on the inside, gets it, side by side they are. 22 edges out over the 25. Benke and a few others up high in that draft. Donnie has not much on that bottom line. He will not be able to hold position as much as he wants to. Benke on the outside, slowly closing. Lax behind, slowly closing as well. 0-1. Man got tortured last week. That is Omar Rodriguez Jr. trying to make his way into that top 5 position there on your screen right now. But all this fighting that these drivers are doing is leaving room for Monday to slowly pull away from this pack. Not as much as he's hoping for, as we are now taking lap 51 this time by. 50 laps completed here for the Pocono 250. 50 more laps to go before we crown a winner, and hopefully no more cautions are happening here tonight. Top pack looking pretty good here. 22 jumps out of line, goes for the low line, no draft around him, clear to the inside, he tries to pass Benke. And there's another wreck on the field, the 52 of Owen Lax is sideways. The 88 once again in another wreck, causing a lot of damage. Very unfortunate so far for that 88 car. See if we can go back and ride with Owen Lax. Might be a situation. Owen greased it just a little bit too much going into that corner. Back it up a little bit. Owen thought he was fully clear. Probably got the all clear from his crew, but unfortunately was not. Spun right on the nose of that 46 car. Brad Miner. Right behind them was the 88, which is unfortunate. Made contact with the back of the 46, then hit up and made contact with the back of the 52. Spun himself around and good on that driver. The only one so far I've seen lock up on brakes when they spin that car past that 90-degree mark. Thankfully, the rest of the drivers just able to avoid the rest of that wreck. And as these drivers go down to pits for the 8th caution here of the night, we will go back to picture-in-picture for the restart. And we will see you here in just a few short minutes.
Got a great car, great team. We'll execute.
Time to turn the intensity up.
Fight to the end, no matter what happens. Good day, be in victory lane.
The after-jet sure will. Don't count out anybody. Who wants it the most?
We are eyes on the leader now.
What a victory this will be.
Next flag has been announced.
Does he have enough? Let's go. A dominant performance.
They're gonna say no, baby. Let's go. You gotta earn this thing.
It is all on the table.
And we are back here once again at the Poconos 250. Multiple cautions here tonight early on. Just 3 laps over halfway through this race right now. I believe we are on the 8th caution of the night. Pace car comes in this time. Donnie Honeycutt in first place will take us to the green flag for the 8th time here tonight. Wright, Brock Piper in second place. Cooper Liardi in third. Josh Thornton in fourth. And Callahan himself in 5th place. Let's see how long we can get here without tempers flaring. A lack of skill set showing in specific moments of this race. Honeycutt's sizable lead right now. Doing what he can to try to hold that lead for Ghost Motorsports. Brock Piper and Josh Thornton getting into a little bit on that back bumper right there. Omar fall in line behind them. Everybody is about single file now. Still can't say that won't cause a wreck. Callahan in the 2 car in 5th place. Gary Wright in the 27 car. Second car of Cooper Liardi sitting in 7th. 8th place. That 10 car of James Mannard. 9th place is Matt Benke. And rounding out your top 10 right now is that 57 car of Robert Monday. As we go back to lead, see a little bit of moves there happening slowly on your screen. They're trying to catch that 22 machine of Honeycutt. No matter how much they try to do, he is going to hold his ground as dominant as they are there at Ghost Motorsports. Winning is not everything as we were taught growing up, but it is a key to winning an entire season. Each win you get will only boost your confidence going forward. Ghost Motorsports are already having 2 wins on the season. Right now, Donnie's still in the lead here. Brock Piper in the 51. 2nd place. Not much action going on. And that is a good thing as well. David Callahan here in 3rd place. Josh Thornton in 4th place. Gary Wright rounding out your top 5. Omar trying to get himself back in the mix with this pack right now. Pack breaks up in about that 7th position. That 10 car right now leading his own pack behind. And is leading by a decent sized margin to the rest of his pack in his field. Donnie Honeycutt right now controlling the pace of this race. This man had currently started back in 2nd place, sitting next to the 88, his own son's car, now finding himself back up into 1st place without that 88 around. But you see, not wavering, and it is not difficult for him to hold off cars here, as he has been, but yet certain cars might not wanting to be making a move now because of all the cautions we have already had. They do not want to sit through another caution break. Caution breaks kind of kill your momentum here, and especially the feel of the car. There's not much you can do once that caution is thrown other than sit there and have to deal with the consequences of somebody else's actions. Brock Piper making an aggressive move, going back up into that high lane pretty quick there. Was clear around. Two car, David Callahan. Last one in this pack of 3 up here. Josh Thornton, Wright, Rodriguez Jr., all behind them in that secondary pack. Slowly catching up. 2 in the 51 side by side here. Brock Piper now cycles to your leader you're seeing Callahan try to take it away from him here. Donnie Honeycutt moves back into third place. 3 wide for the lead. Who will be able to come out and take it out going into this corner? Honeycutt, huge advantage over the rest of those drivers. Able to take the lead back comfortably there into that corner. Goes up high, blocks the 51. 51 and him getting a good run right now off a draft. Callahan out there to dry. 88 does drop back low, and there's that 88 of Tyler Honeycutt. And as things started getting good once again, the 9th caution of the day is out. Looks to be the 10 car this time. Tokyo drifting right there. Great lockup on the brakes. Great lockup on the brakes. Could have caused another restack. Very unfortunate situation that could have came out of that. Very unfortunate here tonight that these drivers are not able to maintain these conditions. We are on lap 62 completed. Halfway through 62 laps here tonight. Just under 40 laps left to go for this race. We are on our 9th caution of the night here. While these guys are pacing around and going to pits, we will go to another commercial break here at Asphalt Racing Network. Stick around. We will be right back in a few minutes.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races, such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
we are back here. Ninth caution of the night. Completing right now. Pace car off the track. 22 of Donnie Honeycutt takes us back into the lead. Green flag race this time. Racing will now commence once again. Donnie gets a good jump right here. And that last package you saw on your screen showing off Charlotte is exactly where we will be next week. Beautiful all-star race happening there. 185 laps of pure action-packed racing. Donnie Honeycutt, really good lead right now. Over the rest of this field here. Second place right now, you have Omar Rodriguez Jr. And a caution in the backfield once again. This time on Joshua Thornton. Back it up just a little bit more. Thornton in the 07 right there, side by side. Excuse me, that was I believe that was the 46 of Brad. Nope, that was not Brad. Was the 27 car. That's the 27 of Gary Wright right there. A lot of wrecks tonight we're seeing developing the same way. Drivers just not able to hold that line or at least give some leeway and check up. And this is what we're seeing here. It's very unfortunate because these drivers are completing more laps under pace than they are under a green flag. 67 laps are in the books here tonight. 10th caution of the night. Donnie Honeycutt still holds the lead. Omar Rodriguez Jr. behind him. Matt Benke as well in third. Monday in fourth. And Callahan rounding out your top five. Sixth, you have Piper in the 51. Seventh, you have DJ Norris in the 82. Cooper Liardi in the 07 in eighth. Manard in ninth. Wright in 10th. Rounding out your top 10. Owen Lax and Brad Miner sitting just outside of the top 10, fighting for a position, and a immense amount of cars laps down. 13th is 2 laps down. That's Friel Jr. Jeffrey Bourne in the 48 is also a few laps down. 2 laps. 42 of Stewart is 4 laps. Honeycutt's 4 laps. Sherlow is 5 laps down actively at this time. Very tough for a lot of these drivers here as they cannot really catch a break here tonight. Isbell 6 laps down as well. Marino a part of that situation. 26 of Burns is out. The 3 of Morton is out. The 06 of Laurent. The 31 of McKee. Hess as well. The 87 car. Floyd in the 11 car, I do believe, is out as well. Alongside a few other names. The 15 of Gary Miller is out. Logan Murray is out. Carpenter in the 13 is out. Of course, Watts followed him out earlier within, I'd say, the first 20-something laps of this race here. So a lot of drivers have already been eliminated from the field tonight. A lot of drivers are a lap down as we speak. Top 10 all on lead lap. This time by 11th place, DJ Norris in that 82 seems to be one of the few out of the top 10 that are still on their lead lap right now. These guys just have to tone it in, dial it in just a little bit more. Tone down the aggression and leave space between these cars. This is the reasoning for a lot of these wrecks here tonight. There's not enough gaps between these vehicles, and once somebody spins, the person that was following bumper to bumper behind is also getting connected and collected within these wrecks because of them not leaving distance. It's a very unfortunate thing to see here, especially at Pocono, the 2.5 mile tricky triangle. You figured we would have seen just a little bit more green flag runs than what we have tonight, with 65 laps practically being in the books. When will the caution fest kind of break up here? Or will it ever break up is the question. Cars double file, ready for another restart. Right now is where the adrenaline starts to pump, or some anger starts to get pumping. Drivers need to keep tempers down to a minimum if possible here on this restart. No more wrecks need to happen here. Honeycutt, Rodriguez, side by side, line 1. Banky and Monday side by side for 2. Callahan and Piper, side by side for 3. Pace car comes off the track this time by Donnie Honeycutt to the restart zone, and the flag is green once again here at Pocono for the Pocono 250. Great run there by Honeycutt right now. Good distance between him and the rest of the field. Has to manage that gap. Is able to manage that gap at all times, as we've seen the last few times he's been up in the lead. But there's a lot of draft around him right now that could change up a lot of things depending on what he wants. '22 rolling comfortable here. Rodriguez losing some time behind him. Single file for a lot of the field here. Not much movement going on in the back end right now. Very wise from those drivers. Aggressive line change back up to the front. All had room on each other. At this point, these drivers are playing mind games. It's hard to get around. It's hard to get close. You don't know who's going to be the next person to spin. '22 still rolling through this race comfortably within the lead. '29 laps to go here, as I'm trying to see if it's going to go all 29 laps. David Callahan Racing's very own David Callahan now back in 4th place. Brock Piper in 5th. That 10 car, James Mandard, sitting behind that 27 car of Gary Wright. Gary Wright notably was a cause of a wreck just a few moments ago here. Now is in decent sized pack. A little bit of contact with the wall there. Rubbin is racing, and that wall counts as racing. Good energy back here from these drivers in the secondary pack. James Mandard not doing much, just along with the rest of them, trying to trail, not trying to get so close, not trying to leave no room on that low line, pinch them up high. It is just a cluster of thoughts and decisions right now on this track. "27 laps to go here. 78 lap traffic getting around that 10 car on your screen. That is that 78 car of Aaron Wright in that Ford. One of the few drivers trapped a lap down at this point in time, with multiple laps on him as well. I do believe he is 11. I believe 11 down, if that is correct. Going back up to your front of your pack racing. Everything looks calm back here. Donnie Honeycutt in the lead, comfortably holding this race out right now. 26 laps here to go. Omar Rodriguez Jr. sitting in 2nd place. David Callahan from David Callahan Racing in 3rd place. Brock Piper sitting in 4th place, and Monday in 5th, rounding out your top 5. 25 laps to go here for the rest of the night. 75 laps have been completed, and behind us right now, including those 10 cautions from earlier in the night. Cloud coverage rolling in here on the field. As you see, it's getting a little bit darker on the track in certain areas now. Donnie Honeycutt trying to do it for the 88, 4 laps down in no man's land. A lot of damage to that vehicle tonight. He's trying to take this win back to the home team of Ghost Motorsports. Should have had an opportunity to win last week, but that was taken by Mark Morton. Now Honeycutt is in prime position with 24 laps to go here to do something about this and get this victory back for Ghost Motorsports, going into an immaculate all-star race at Charlotte next week. Packs breaking up drastically right now. These top 3 cars are all together. Donnie, Omar, Callahan. 51 of Brock Piper is leading his own pack. Piper, Monday, Lax, Wright. Piper, Lax, Monday, Wright, Mandarud, Norris, Benke, all trying to pick back up. Benke in a pack, that 3rd pack there, sitting outside of the 07 of Cooper Liardi. DJ Norris is in that pack as well. Then you have a few stragglers in the backpack that are laps down right now. Back to the lead. 23 laps here to go. Donnie Honeycutt, your leader. Omar Rodriguez not giving him any leeway, as there is the 11th caution of the night. Looks like the 46 came up into the 4 car. 4 car almost wrecked out the 10. Mandarude. Very close, very close. Donnie Honeycutt at that point in time of the caution is your leader still. And once again, 11th caution of the night here. Long pace laps are going to be underway. We are going to take a quick word from our sponsors.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Summer is here and you've got places to go.
She's headed to a golf tournament.
This one's headed to the beach.
And he's headed to a music festival.
And they know every good road trip starts right here.
At Hendrick Automotive Group.
We'll check your battery, tire pressure, top off your fluids,
Check your cooling system.
And do a multi-point inspection.
extending the life of your vehicle.
And keeping you safe.
Anywhere you want to go.
For free.
Just make sure you're road ready. All good road trips start here.
Book your road ready appointment today at hendrickcars.com.
Last year, Ram killed the Hemi V8, and people had opinions. The same people that killed the Hemi sent me out here with these comments. That's not happening. We own it, we got it wrong, and we're fixing it. You hear that? That's our Hemi, and it's saying, I'm back.
Did he say what I think he said? That thing's got a Hemi!
Hell yeah, it does. You want more? Buckle up. Ram's coming back to NASCAR. Let's go. We're back in America's motorsport. The Hemi's back, and we ain't going anywhere.
We are back here, finishing the 11th caution of the night. 20 more laps here in this race to go. Very tricky at this triangle. Not what most of these drivers did expect to happen here tonight. Very unfortunate for some of them. Most just trying to make it out alive here. David Callahan in first place, first time here tonight. DJ Norris will be starting outside of him in lane 1. Omar Jr. and Donnie Honeycutt in lane 2. Lane 3 is Brock Piper, Cooper Liardi. Lane 4 is Owen Lax and Gary Wright. And lane 5, finishing out your top 10, is Matt Benke and Robert Monday. Pace car lights are off and should be off the track this time by as David Callahan takes us back to the green flag in the restart zone for the 11th time here tonight at the great Pocono 250 here at Right Time ARCA Series. David with a good jump like we've seen a lot of these restart drivers have tonight. Great restart for him there. Little bit of stack up in the back. 2 cars in the wall there, causing a lot of spreading out there to happen. No wrecks as that 52 came back up with the 27, the 57, and a lot of other cars almost got involved in that situation. That is going to let David Callahan pull away just a little bit more than where he already was. Now, almost a full second behind is his competition, that 22 car of Donnie Honeycutt. Side by side right now, fighting for second. Omar Jr. gets the edge over Donnie. 52 of Lex coming in pretty quick too. Lax, another driver of DCR in the top 5 position. Can he get it and maintain it? Callahan losing a lot of time now that these cars are single file. 0.2 of a second is where they're at. Almost a whole second dropped off. You see a little bit of contact with that wall back there. 27 once again. Gary Wright getting a little bit of loose on that entry or exit. Praying no more cautions. That 10 car Mandaroon having a lot of difficulty, but is actually able to navigate these vehicles and has not found himself here in a caution. Pray that's not a commentator's curse for you, bud. 17 laps to go. Mandaroon sitting in 10th place now, rounding out your top 10. In front of him is Matt Benke, Brock Piper, Cooper Liardi, Robert Monday in the 57. Gary Wright in front of him in the 27. 52 of Owen Lax. The 22 of Donnie Honeycutt. And last but not least, Omar Rodriguez Jr. in second place right now, trying to track down David Callahan. Almost 0.4 of a second back as 16 laps left to go. 84 laps completed in this race at this time. David Callahan trying to go back-to-back for his own team here this week. Morton able to pull the win away last week when we all kind of expected another win from the Honeycutts themselves. DCR trying to follow that up once again here tonight. Donnie has now passed Omar and is now gunning down David Callahan as we speak. 15 laps to go, this time by the line. Tight racing here. Not much is changing. Lot of drivers are out tonight from at least 25th position and back, all the way to 33. Thaddeus Friel in 11th and DJ Norris in 12th. The last two drivers to be on a lead lap at this point in time, with 14 more laps to go. This time by should be getting interesting. Hopefully not too aggressive, as we've already seen here throughout the remainder of this race. Donnie Callahan side by side right now, going for the lead position. David Callahan edges over Honeycutt. Honeycutt losing that momentum, no draft in that low line. Everybody's up high right now. Not really what he expected to see. Was hoping to have someone at least go behind him, and unfortunately does not, to gain that momentum back. Now, Callahan in the lead, 3 and almost 3/4 of a second in front. Now up to 5 seconds in front of the rest of the pack. Tires are should and will not hopefully be a problem here for the remainder of this race. It is just strategy and caution if we can have it to where another one does not come out. And another caution is out. Commentator's curse strikes again. Unfortunately, I do not have the soundboard partner I do have on a normal weekday. He is feeling very under the weather and had to leave to go get himself checked out. So, soundboards are a little lacking this week. Excuse me on that. Looks like Gary Wright was in the caution this time for the 12th caution here tonight. '57 on Monday, got on that 27 and spun him around. That's going to pull a lot of laps off here. 12 laps to go. Pace car now reconvening with the drivers on field. Hopefully this will be the last caution of the night. After the race, do not go anywhere. We will have post-race interview with the top 3 finishing position. And of course, your winner of the race. Stick around. We will be right back to take the green flag once again after the 12th caution here of the night.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from 3rd to 1st in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races, such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
And we are back here. 10 laps left to go. 12th caution of the evening here at Pocono for the Pocono 250. If you are watching this now here on Twitch, thank you for joining us here for Right Time. Be sure to give us a follow, where we go live every Wednesday roughly around 8:50, 8:55 for Right Time ARCA Series. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for re-watching the stream after the fact. Omar, Callahan, side by side, green flag once again. David Callahan takes us back. 9 laps to go. Callahan in the lead. 52 of Owen Lax, his driver behind him. 01 of Rodriguez Jr. trying to do as much in his power to hold them off. 51, Brock Piper tasted it a little bit earlier, has not been able to get back, but don't count him out. He is down on the track right now, but he is making leeway and positions back. That is the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt for Ghost Motorsports. Donnie has had good finishing positions in all of his races here so far. 4th race of the season for this series. Averaging about a 3 for his finishing positions. Position 3, that is, excuse me. For his finishing positions here. Trying to either get that 3rd place finish or this win right now. 8 laps to go. Roughly 16 miles left here for us. Single file action. Donnie waiting to see where he can make a move. Stays high. Might have costed him against Omar. Can't get back down. Omar's going to have to check up and get back behind him if he wants that good run into the corners. Donnie trying to do this slingshot again. Omar did not think Donnie was going to stay low that time. Donnie probably realized that's a good decision to make right now. Honeycutt giving it all he's got. Top 4 on your screen, minus the top 5 of Matt Benke sitting back here, leading the secondary pack with 7 laps to go here for the night. DCR 1-2, trying to go for the 2P just like Ghost Motorsports did. 22 Donnie inside of the 52. 52 stays high. Donnie gives him room here. 52 is getting clear of the 22 because of the draft of the 01. But hold on, wait a minute. 22 makes an enormous run there. Not able to get in front of the 52. Is going to have to go back down into 3rd place. Another caution out on the track. 13th caution here of the night. Matthew Worrell, the 79. Mr. No Number. Got bumped going into that corner egregiously. And unfortunately hit that outside wall. 4 more minutes of caution pacing. This is going to definitely pull down laps here, as we only have 6 laps to go. They will come back to a green, white checkered after we come back from another break. We will be back in a few moments.
Breaks so much later. Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to inside. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Bouchard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line.
Got a great car, great team. Let's go execute. Our time. We know what we got to do. Stay in the fight between the walls.
Time to turn the intensity up.
Fight till the end, no matter what happens. Good day to be in victory lane.
Green flag is in the air. Driving with conviction.
Side by side, hammer down.
The after-checks are lit. Don't count out anybody. Who wants it the most?
We are eyes on the leader now.
He is driving his guts out.
Wheel to wheels, they come to the line.
What victory this will be.
Nobody wants it more than you.
Next flag is going to end it.
Does he have enough? A dominant performance.
You gotta say no, baby. Let's go.
Can you believe what you are seeing? Everybody pushing as hard as they can get it. One final shot.
You gotta earn this thing right here, Indiana.
It is all on the table.
A total 500.
And we are back from our last commercial break of the night here at the Pocono 250, the beautiful Pocono Raceway, leading the pack right now. The number 2 car of David Callahan, 52 of Owen Lack sitting outside right now. This should be the final restart of the race. A lot on the line here as DCR is sitting currently 1 and 2 in third place, the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt, and in fourth and fifth places the 01 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. and the 35 of Matt Banky. A lot to have to hold off. This entire field has been through a tremendous night here. A lot of cautions, but it was expected at a 2.5-mile track. Now, this is the make or break point in the race. Who will be able to take this victory? Will David Callahan hold the lead the entire 4 laps to go? We will tell. Pace car off. David Callahan brings us back to green in the restart zone. 4 laps here left to go at the Pocono 250 for Wright Time Marca Series. Callahan right now still holding that lead strong there. Entering the first turn, 22 and the 52 side by side here. This seems to be the fight on your screen on the outside. Let's see who will hold. 01 of Omar getting close there. Overtakes the 22 of Donnie Honeycutt. Now fighting the 52 for second place. Callahan still looking strong here. 3 laps to go. Donnie Honeycutt still in that top 5 right now. Gary Wright just behind him. Callahan holding this lead strong, following the 27 of Wright right now. Seeing if he tries to make a move. Everybody single filed up into the first 7 cars. Not trying to make any moves here. 2 laps to go here. The Pocono 250. Callahan, sizable lead right now. 0.3 of a second in front of his teammate, the 52 of Lax, holding off that 22 of Honeycutt to the best of his abilities, either trying to let his teammate or him get this win. Callahan, consistent on the night so far here. Now, trying to make it all work out in his favor and lead himself to that checkered flag. 22-52 side by side. Honeycutt gets around Lax. Now going for the lead. Will he be able to get it? No, not this time in the corner. Little bit of wiggling back there from the 52. Almost spun his own teammate. Now, white flag is thrown. This is the final lap here tonight. Callahan still comfortable in the lead, blocking the 22 on the high side. 52 of Lack's going to box him in. Nowhere. 4 Honeycutt to go. Lack still on that left rear, holding him off. One more turn for him to make a difference. Slowly losing momentum. Honeycutt still holding second. Omar goes to the inside. Just one more turn here to make. Callahan in the lead by a half a second. Coming around to the front stretch. No one else in sight. David Callahan in the 2 will take the win here at the Pocono 250. Finishing out right now, Callahan in first place. Donnie Honeycutt in the 22 finishing in second. 52 of Lax in third. 27 of Wright in fourth. 01 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. in fifth. Matt Banky finishing in sixth. The 10th of Mandarud finishing in seventh. Cooper Liardi in eighth. Jeffrey Bourne in the 48 in ninth place, and rounding out your top 10 finish here, the 57 of Robert Monday. Callahan has to be happy with the performance he has shown here tonight. Great driving there at the end. Not the way a lot of people would have wanted this to go. 4 laps led there to finish out the race. Now Callahan going to be the only car to stay out and celebrate. Let's take a quick break. No commercial, just to watch his celebration. And another deserving victory here tonight from the 2-car David Callahan himself. What a fantastic race we have just seen here, folks. It will only get better with the next few weeks we have in store. But as always, it has been a pleasure to call this play-by-play from start to finish. Be sure to catch us next week. Different time, same place as always. Going through our official results once again. The 2 of David Callahan has taken the checkered flag here at Pocono. 22 in second place, Donnie Honeycutt in third. Owen Lax finishing in fourth, Gary Wright. Rounding out your top 5, the 01 of Omar Rodriguez Jr. Sixth place was Matt Banky in the 35. Seventh was James Mandarud. Eighth place was Cooper Liardi. Ninth place was Jeffrey Bourne, and rounding out your top 10 for the night was Robert Monday. On behalf of everybody here at ARN, we thank you guys for tuning in live. Be sure to check us out here once again for Right Time ARCA Series next week. And be sure to check us out on YouTube for the replays. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we hope to see you next week.